Hello everyone and welcome to this week's episode of UCN News. I'm Kyle Wiebers and here's what's in the headlines for today. Visually impaired painter John Bramblitt visits BV's campus, students present their research at Scholars Day 2017, the 104th annual Beautification Day, and we will be interviewing Student Activities Board member Tawney Schreier about the upcoming block party taking place on campus this weekend. Let's go ahead and get started with John Bramblitt. Last Wednesday, BVU students had the opportunity to witness visually impaired painter John Bramblitt. John, who lost his eyesight due to health complications, has always had a deep love for art. After losing his eyesight, John painted using his sense of touch and feeling around the canvas he painted on. He learned to tell the differences between feeling the thicknesses of the paint. John held two events while visiting campus, the first one being a live painting presentation outside the Common Grounds coffee shop in the morning. Students were able to come and go as they pleased. He also held an ACES event in the evening where he talked about his painting style and some of the celebrities he has worked with. If you didn't get a chance to see any of John Bramblitt's work, his original pieces are featured on his personal website for viewing and purchase. This past weekend, students were able to present research on various projects to the BVU community at the 13th Annual Scholars Day. This year's event featured 120 students and 63 presentations, exploring topics from literature and business to science and history. The event allows students the opportunity to present their projects and research in a non-class setting. Each student is an expert on their topic, so this is a platform for them to speak knowledgeably to a crowd to create discussion. The keynote speaker for Scholars Day was BVU alum Adrienne B. Hayes. Haynes is an attorney and businesswoman who specializes in helping entrepreneurs develop sustainable infrastructure and business practices. This year marked the first time that Scholars Day and the annual Student Recognition Dinner were held at the same night. Students who presented that day were honored alongside other students who have performed well in academics and have been great leaders. If you would like to learn any more information about participating in next year's Scholars Day, you can contact Dr. Stephen Mills. Every year, the Buena Vista faculty and students take a day off of classes and instead take part in a community-wide day of service known as Beautification Day. The day of service was kicked off with the opening ceremonies at J. Leslie Rollins Stadium. The rest of the morning was spent doing service around the Storm Lake and BV communities. After a picnic, lunch, and a bags and lawn golf tournament was held to fight hunger. The day was capped off with service at the Storm Lake Elementary after-school program. Media coverage from the 104th Beautification Day will be posted on the TAC Online website later this week. This weekend, the Student Activities Board is hosting this year's block party. My guest this week is Tawney Schreier, a member of SAB and the organizer of the event. Tawney, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing great, Kyle. How about you?
I'm doing great, thank you. So, when and what is the block party?
So block party is this Saturday, May 6th, and there are two parts to it. So the afternoon from 2 to 5 is kind of like the plunge, but it's more of an opportunity for organizations to host an activity for students versus just hand out information. And then starting at 7, we'll have live music from Chase Harrison and Color Tab. Color Tab's a alternative rock throwback band from Minneapolis. So we're excited to have them for our 90s themed block party.
Solid. So are there any events that you're looking forward to particular? I guess first I should ask you what all is going to be at block party. Because like you mentioned,
Right.
It was kind of like the plunge, so there's going to be a lot of different organizations there. So kind of highlight what's all going on at the block party.
So SAB is hosting several inflatables. There will be a wrecking ball game, a Velcro wall, an obstacle course. Alps is hosting archery tag. Impact is hosting the parachute game. You played in elementary
Okay.
school.
Oh, awesome.
Right?
Yeah,
Senate is
right.
hosting Skip It and Velcro ball catch. And then some other organizations like AGS, AAUW, ABVBA
Okay.
are hosting events of their choice as well.
Okay, awesome. So are there any events that you in particular are looking forward to?
I'm really looking forward to the band because we got them like under pressure after some stuff had gone through, and we turned around and they pulled through for us.
Awesome.
So I'm really excited. They fit the theme very well.
And live music. There's never anything wrong with live
It's
music.
gonna be so nice. It's facing the hill, right, for the arch, so you can come out and bring blankets and just sit on the hill with your friends and just listen. It's not extreme by any means.
Awesome. So what did SAB kind of look to do differently for this year's block party? I know block party is an annual event, but what was it that SAB tried to do that would make block party different this year?
So when I was working with the VP of Design, Kayla, and then the VP of Marketing, Jenny, we wanted it to be a memorable experience. We wanted to really push for branding. So we did things like pins. I actually brought you a slap bracelet, so you get one
Oh,
before
right.
anyone else, right?
Look at that. Slap
Amazing.
bracelet. That's awesome.
And then we'll have t-shirts, first come, first serve, as well as the slap bracelets on Saturday for everyone. There will be a Snapchat filter, 90s themed,
There
right?
we go.
So we're just pushing really hard to make sure it's memorable and it fits kind of a theme while not being too hardcore, but still enough that you feel that it's a true block party. The street's gonna be blocked off like a real block party. There's gonna be activities in the street, food, like games, the whole works. We worked really hard for it. So yeah.
So what inspired the 90s theme? I know that's one thing that you kind of talked
Right.
about, and it's the theme you guys are running with, but why 90s?
So Miss King was actually kind of upset because I was trying to pick a theme because I wanted it to be themed enough that we could brand it, but not too themed where organizations were like, oh, if we're not going to do something that's related to that, we can't participate. And one night I was laying in bed and I was like, hey, I should go to bed. And then I was like, I need to look for block party themes. And the next night we had John Cassidy, the balloon guy. And I went to Miss King and I was like, I want to do 90s theme, BVUs, all that. And she was like, you guys have to vote on it. And I was like, I'm getting this theme. So I went to all of the staff members at John Cassidy and I was like, are you okay with this? And they're like, yeah. And then I got my way, so it was fine.
Well, that's perfect. And it looks like you guys are going to have great weather as well on Saturday.
I was
It's gonna
so
be-
afraid when it snowed on Monday. I was like, I don't know what I'm going to do with 4 giant inflatables in the field house.
It's going to be So what are
Sunny.
the plans, though, in case it does rain? And
So-
it's looking like good weather, but just in
Right.
case it does rain, what are the plans?
Knock on wood, right?
Yes.
Everything will be held in the field house
Okay.
if it were to rain.
Okay.
So all of the food, games, activities, inflatables, and then also the live music, all
Okay.
in the field house.
But as of right now, we're planning outside.
70s.
70s, sunny, great weather. Going to be a
Right.
great time all day Saturday for
Exactly.
us. So, all right. Thanks so much for being on with us today, Tawney, and good luck with that last bit of block party
Thanks.
planning. And thanks so much for the snap bracelet.
Yeah,
I
you
feel
should
like
be
I'm ready to go.
You're the first one.
All right. I'll wear it with pride.
Okay.
That's all the time we have for today. If you have any suggestions of stories that you think we should cover for our next show, go ahead and contact us on Facebook at UCN Studios. For all of us here at UCN, we thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next time. I'm Kyle Wiebers, and you've been watching UCN News. Good night, Beaver Nation.